TV.
Hello.
What up? What's up, Be Real TV? What's up, Dash Radio? What's up, Facebook Live? We're back here. It's another Thursday night here
What's up, everybody?
at Be Real TV. And I'm E-Zone. I got Sheikadelic, and then I got fucking producer slash engineer and the artist slash artist fucking Emilio, aka A-Way. I know we don't smoke the same show. Today's gonna, fucking it's gonna be a comical episode, man. It's gonna be a good time. We got I don't know, some of us have been fortunate to be here on the Green Thumb Experience. Some of us work here, like Sheiky and myself.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It has its perks sometimes. But what I was gonna say is that we've seen this man fucking live before, man. Like we've seen him do his thing. So we have a comedian Bruce Jingles in the house.
Bruce Jingles.
Yep, he's gonna be coming on a little bit later.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
Yeah, man, that guy's funny, man. He has a lot of stuff that I was like, it was actually really relatable, man. I feel that every comedian, like it's just a lot of the comedy really has to do with like where they come from, at the end of the day. So it's
if y'all grew up in like the same area, you're like,
yeah, that's exactly. And it's a lot of it's relatable. So I really want to talk where it's about his material and stuff like that, man. But there's a lot of shit going on, man. Fucking what is it? The thing that I know we gotta talk about it, man. We really gotta talk.
Heroin.
Yes, bro. You know what? You know exactly where I was fucking going with that shit, man. We gotta
drugs and alcohol.
I'm gonna say
drugs and alcohol. Drugs and alcohol.
Yo, man. All right. So look, man. I don't really know like the whole. I mean, look. I saw the TMZ video or the story with Demi Lovato. All right. If you guys don't know who Demi Lovato is, she's a fucking singer.
She's a heroin addict.
Bro.
Drugs and alcohol.
I mean, technically now, if you OD, like the thing is, if you OD off of a substance or any kind of drug, by what is it, on Narcotics Anonymous or by any fucking drug program or rehab, you're considered an addict. I mean, you really like if you almost hell yeah, thank you. Is this what is it, Lost Boy Farms? Hell yeah, shout out to Lost Boy Farms. Make sure you check them out. Always providing the good smoke, pulling up over here. But yeah, like I'm saying, if you OD off a certain substance, like if you like heroin, like for example, you're technically considered an addict. You need some help, but it's one thing, man. Like it's something you don't really expect, man. Like I mean, you don't expect this kind of shit from anybody, but it's just like fuck. She's a fucking singer. She's pretty. And it's like, I don't really know the kind of heroin that they caught her with, but like for them to say that it's actual fucking heroin, like, they didn't say it was Oxycontin, they didn't say she was drinking lean.
According to Uncle Joey, it was some Mexican shit.
Yeah, like some tar shit, right? Like, I heard it was some real fucked up shit, man. I mean, how do you feel about it?
Planted?
Huh?
What if it was planted?
Bro, they released a phone call, bro, where people are like, yo, how do you plan heroin, though? Like, first of all, like...
Plant it?
Like, what do you do? It's like, yo, I'm going to inject you with heroin,
How do you plan it out? Right?
Maybe she wasn't in the right mindset. She didn't know what she was doing.
But heroin, dude? Like, I mean, look, there's a difference, man. Like, heroin's considered like a fucking... I'm sorry, like, a fucking poor, urban kind of drug. It's like crack. You know what I mean? It's a lot for the urban area.
Is it?
So, like, if you're rich and you're a singer, I would think you'd be doing rich people drugs. You know what I mean? Like, some bomb-ass coke, some fucking pills, like the kind of fucking shit that, like, if you get caught with it, it's like, hey, my doctor...
if you can't get pills, it usually leads to fucking heroin.
What about like all the rock stars back then that did heroin that made like the best music of all time? Like they're
all fucking dead, bro.
No, they're not. Ozzy Osbourne and fucking Steven
Tyler.
Tyler. And
yeah, Ozzy Osbourne. Even if Ozzy Osbourne did fucking heroin, he probably didn't do enough, bro. So
the Rolling Stones all did heroin. The fucking Guns N' Roses did heroin.
They fucking suck.
They suck though.
Fucked up.
All those northern bands, Nirvana did heroin.
First of all, fucking
Blue Oyster Cult did heroin.
Man, Raz, dude,
they all did heroin.
So what are you saying that fucking rock legacies and fucking like big rock stars they attribute their success because of heroin?
Addicts,
well, what about like fucking also like actors and shit? They all do heroin too. Like that
no,
dude,
they fucking don't,
dude.
Bro,
that dude's Philip Seymour Hoffman fucking died of heroin. Like he died of that shit.
So all right, so I don't. Okay, so fine. He's naming a lot of people, and if these facts are fucking true, it's like, do you think that? what drives a person like that to fucking do heroin, bro? Like, I mean, what's that movie? If anybody's seen Requiem for a Dream or Requiem of a Dream,
Yeah.
like I felt like I was doing heroin when I saw that movie.
That
Like
shit
that
freaked
shit,
me out.
I was sweating and shit. I was like, fuck. I was checking my arms. I was like, yo, like I've never seen this side of fucking Marlon Wayans or whatever the fuck his name is, bro. Like, I was like, this shit is fucking scary. Like, I will never, like, if somebody says heroin, I'm like, fuck that, let's go, dog. But like, yeah,
all
like I
I
don't
think,
understand.
all I think about is fucking Leonardo DiCaprio whenever I think heroin,
Basketball
bro.
Diaries?
All day.
Fuck, that shit was scary too, bro. That
Locked in a
shit.
fucking room, just sweating and shitting on yourself. No, you can't do nothing about it
And crying and shit.
until you just fucking it passes.
That scares me watching Ray Charles. You know how when he
Oh
was
my
Oh yeah,
young,
Ray
like-
Charles was addicted to heroin.
Yeah, and like the cutscenes back to his little brother dying. Yeah, like that was just
Fuck,
too
that.
much, bro.
Yeah, see, so like, I don't understand what drives these like successful artists or like
Pain,
actors. What is it?
pain, bro, pain.
Is it really that bad?
Like emotional pain.
I mean, but is it really that bad? I mean, but who's that? Who's that artist? She didn't die by heroin, but Whitney Houston. She did drugs, right? And she got her ass beat by her husband.
I mean, actually, it was Whitney Houston who introduced drugs to fucking Bobby Brown.
Was it? All right,
Yeah,
well,
it was. Everybody wants to say Bobby Brown fucking got Whitney fucked up. It was Whitney Houston who fucked Bobby Brown up.
Damn. I did not know that. I thought it was the other way around, bro. Like I
Dog,
really.
she's like almost 10 years older than that.
So I mean, but what did they get caught with heroin too, or was it just coke and
I'm
crack?
sure she was on board for everything, bro. Whitney Houston didn't give a fuck.
See, I don't understand what drives somebody that like has that talent to fucking do it. Like now it makes me think like, does Adele fucking shoot up in between her toes? You know, like does fucking, you know, like do people at American Idol like behind stage, these fools are all like, yeah, dog, you know, fucking Paula Abdul, she's like, yeah, you know what? Pass that shit,
Well,
fucking
bro, like
Randy.
like Hector Lavoe, he you know, he was
Fuck yeah, shout out
he was
Hector
addicted to
Lavoe.
that shit too. But remember,
Are you is that true, Sheiky? Because I know you know that fact. You like that fool.
Yeah.
He was
He
addicted to
died
heroin.
of fucking because of the needles and shit. He was using dirty needles and he got HIV because of that shit.
Oh fuck.
Wait,
Oh,
who
man,
was?
Hector Lavoe.
Oh man, that's fucking crazy, man. I see. I did not know so many successful.
It's
people.
worth it. I heard you. I heard you
No,
feel the
man.
warmth of God's vagina when you do that shit.
Nah,
Like,
bro, let
that's-
me-
Is that what it feels
and
like?
let me-
fucking,
let me tell you something.
Uncle Joey said you see Mother Mary dancing and she's stripping on stage
Bro,
at the
Uncle
upright
Joey
bass
also
and
said
shit.
he shit himself on it.
Yeah, bro. Look, only thing is I'm gonna tell you is that first of all, like we've all seen somebody that was addicted to heroin or had a heroin problem at some point.
Yes.
And seeing it firsthand
Yes.
from like seeing somebody that should be a regular functioning person.
Yeah.
Like in front of you, and you just see these fools randomly fall asleep, like in the middle of a conversation, or just like nodding off at random places. It's a fucked up drug. So it makes me feel like, damn, man, like I don't like. I'm like my thing is I'm like if I would be rich and famous, I'd be looking for like rich people drug, man. Like I would not be fucking be like, yo, let me get.
I mean,
this
once you get
fucking-
hooked on heroin, bro, it's that drug where if
What
you don't
about, like-
if you don't continue taking it, like it'll really you could like actually die off of it.
Yeah, the people look like zombies and
like
shit.
you
bro.
actually have to fucking start taking heroin just to fucking live, bro.
It's not even doing it in a lot of dosages. Like I had a homie who OD'd and like he would just to stay normal. He had to smoke
Yep.
just to look normal.
That's
and
fucked
shit,
up.
bro. And I remember he would tell me he's like, bro, like I've been a week clean, 2 weeks clean, and he just looked like horrible,
Yep.
bro. Like not wanting to do shit. Like
Yeah, he was
the
that
shit
fucked
he,
up.
Yeah, the shit he described, bro. Like rest in peace. But you know, like it just sucks because I mean, there's multiple times when you try to stay away from it and stop, and you know, and it just keeps leading. It's kind of like a tumbling effect. Kind of.
Damn, man, that shit is fucking scary, bro. I don't know about that. Anyways, you know what? Like, don't fucking do drugs, people. You know what I mean?
don't do drugs.
And if you're gonna be out there fucking around and you're gonna live on the wild side, do shit in moderation, like, you know, and don't fucking try shit that's known to fucking kill you. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't like. To me, that's always gonna be a mystery to me. That like, why do successful people over the years just fucking like just choose to do heroin? Like, I'm like, if you're rich, like, fucking do rich people drugs. You know what I mean? Like, fucking.
Cocaine.
Yeah, like, but like, if you're the richer you are, like, the more pure drugs you should be able to get. Like Michael Jackson, he went through the roof, dog. Like, fucking, he had that injection shit. He had the real medical heroin, dog. Like, at least let me allow. What is it? Demi Lovato should have been caught up with that shit, bro. She could have, like, you know, like with fucking black tar heroin, bro. Like fucking black tar heroin, bro. That shit is fucking nuts, man.
Read up on her biography. I'm sure she had like a fucked up childhood.
Yeah, you know, hey, you don't know, like I'm not saying anything about people's like
Well,
struggle
she had a
through
coke
or
addiction.
upcoming whatever.
She had a coke addiction.
Coke and a pill addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So think about it, bro. Again, it's that tumbling effect.
I would have thought just go back to the relapse and go back to the pills, but fucking hey, man. I mean, for real, dog. Like if you had to choose, like you gonna go back to pills or shoot up black heroin. I was like, hey, listen, man. The doctor gave me this in dosages. Like at least if I take 2 plus too many, I can throw it up. But I can't unshoot the shit out of my veins.
Yeah, I feel like it's the doctor's faults too, dude. I feel like the doctors are the ones that end up hooking a lot of these people.
Yeah,
They
once
give
you
like
get
40 Norcos, like here's 40 Norcos.
you get
for
hooked
your
on those
broken
fucking
face.
the pain pills, and then once the doctors won't give them to you anymore, so then you're forced to look for it, which leads to fucking heroin again because it's so cheap. It's cheaper than pills.
Yeah, it is cheap, and it's like and before we move on, it's enough heroin talking. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about it. So. I really think, and I looked into it, I think the cause of this fucking heroin epidemic is the fact that there was so many people being hooked on Oxycontins at one point, and now that they don't produce these motherfuckers no more, or like they're like shortening the production of leans and opiates and shit like that, it's causing people to kind of go back to their fix, and they're all looking for something else. But that's a whole nother book, that's a whole nother thing. Stay away from heroin, people. Let's go into something else. And this next story fucking involves...
Pizza.
And I'm not talking about fucking Little Caesars, man. I'm talking about fucking Papa John's, bro. Like, you guys all know what happened with Papa John's, right?
Papa John Phillips.
No, Papa John's, bro. The fucking pizza, bro. That racist dude, bro.
Fuck that Papa John.
Yeah, bro.
He ain't the real Papa John.
Yeah, so but there you go. Our guest fucking even said, fuck Papa John. So,
Yeah, and his mom.
And his mom.
So let me tell you guys. So Papa John's apparently... The owner of Papa John's, who had to resign for saying, the N-word and the racial slur during a phone call, he is suing Papa John's for overreacting for the situation. So Papa John's is suing Papa John's now, bro. This is fucking...
He fucking resigned. So how the fuck is he suing?
He's suing because he's talking about that, like, they kind of set him up, and like, it was like way over the top. It's so fucking stupid.
And here I was, thinking you were just a gullible idiot.
Why were they recording the phone call though?
It was supposed to be a marketing conference call, and he just fucking says it, bro. Call. Yeah, like a conference call. It's like, yo, like, I get it if you're like, like you're over here like thinking you're like on a regular phone call, but like, fuck, dude, like, this fool, he knows he's on a marketing fucking call. Like, hey, I'm not gonna have a 4-way with people and start saying fucking offensive shit, like, especially, I'm like, it's 4 different people listening to me, but this motherfucker said that shit, and he has the audacity to fucking sue Papa John's. So the ex-owner of Papa John's is suing Papa John's now for fucking, yeah, bro, for fucking,
He loses.
This is fucking, yeah, I don't really know what the deal is. What do you feel about that, Sheiky? Fucking idiot?
Fucking, the pizza sucked anyway, so fuck
Yeah.
him.
I think the crust was better than the pizza there, to be honest, bro. Like,
I
when
like
I tried
any
it,
of
because
that.
there used to be one by where I used to work at a car dealership before in Canoga Park. Fucking, we used to go there all the time, and they used to hook us up. And I swear, bro, that like I would just like fucking just tear off the fucking the crust, bro, just because it tasted better.
They're big Peyton Manning supporters too. Fuck Peyton Manning.
Damn. Yeah, man. All right, so moving on to the other day, we already covered the heroin. We covered the fucking Papa John story. We're gonna do the fucking idiot of the fucking award thing, and I know this. I cannot wait to
Idiot of the
see.
day.
I can't. Well, actually, idiot of the fucking
week, of the month?
bro. Or the fucking.
You suck. That fucking stupid.
Like, let me fucking tell you, man. Like, and this, I cannot wait to hear you go in on this shit. I cannot. All right, so I know you don't like this motherfucker, anyways, to begin with. But like, at one point, I thought the stupid shit that he did was funny. All right, so. You know what I mean? So if anybody doesn't know who Bung Kang is, he's this fucking dude who like went around fucking doing all this stupid stunts. Like he'll be like, oh, can I see that? And then he'll run out the mall or whatever and like just record it. All right, and like so this guy's been, he fucking went from doing these little stunts on YouTube to like 5.4 million on Instagram and all this shit. So you would think with the amount of fame you're getting, you would think, with the bread you're starting to get just off of Instagram. You're starting to become successful. You can maybe like develop like look at Fat Boy. Fat Boy SSE.
Yeah.
He fucking came up the same way, bro. Homie has a fucking movie deal coming up. He's all about positivity and shit. So this motherfucker gets the idiot of the fucking month award, bro. He did a recent interview with Adam22, which owns a podcast, No Jumper.
Yeah, I seen this.
And this guy shows up
Obliterated.
So fucked
fucking
up,
obliterated.
bro. I mean, like
Disrespectful.
just so fucked up
Drugs and alcohol.
to the point that fucking the host thought like he was gonna get thrown up on because this guy was so wasted. Like everything he said was fucking irrelevant. And before we get into what we think about it, should play the clip, Raz, dude. I know I sent it to their Outlook email if you got it.
What's the dude's name? Or what?
Bung Kang.
Bung Kang,
Bung
Adam
Kang.
22 interview.
BOONK.
What we're gonna show is him getting fucked up. All right, so he shows up and there's a certain part where he fucking he's falling towards the wall, bro. Like he's literally fucking falling.
His homies had to fucking hold him up.
Yeah, his homies had to hold him up, and it's just like, man.
Well, they're not very much homies, but I mean. You know
Yeah, the people that he rose, there's people in his entourage.
I wouldn't call those people
those kind of
homies.
people homies, like the people in his fucking entourage. Because let me tell you something before we get into this clip and show you guys what we're talking about. I've been fucked up to the point where like I've gotten so wasted and like I wouldn't have known how I got home that night or something like that. But if I didn't have homies, like some of the homies here that I work with, they were like, yo, like I'll drive you home. Or like fucking like, hey, like te pasaste de verga, you're fucking, you know, like
You'd
you're,
be like,
you're
yeah,
over here.
fool, that's enough.
Oh, here it is, right here, there it is. Look at this.
He's a fucking amateur. He's an amateur drug taker.
You're a fucking asshole, right, dude?
People like me fucking laugh at him. Like, it's like, what's wrong with you, dog? You fucking don't know how to take drugs?
Man, shut the fuck. This is you on fucking 1,000 milligrams of cannabis, Raz, dude.
Yeah. Damn. Hold on.
Nah, dude, if this guy was on 1,000 milligrams of cannabis, he'd be dead, man.
No,
He wouldn't
hold on.
fucking-
Raz, dude.
Nah, that's not quite like me, though.
Yeah, look at his face. He's not faking this for the clout, bro. Look at how annoyed Adam 22 is, bro.
He wants him out of there, like definitely.
I think he likes it. I think
Nah.
he's fucking...
Nah, bro. He did an interview after this, and he thought he was mad disrespected, bro.
Appreciate you, Bunk.
That is very disrespectful.
Look at Wannabe Trippy right next to him, bro. This is what the fuck. All right, this is enough, bro. Like this is when he had enough. So before, cause Sheiky's probably gonna go in the longest out of it. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Wait, you say what you gotta say about this, and Sheiky's gonna be the one that's gonna fucking take it over the top because Sheiky just does it. It's for situations like this, bro.
Yeah.
So let me tell you. So I think this is kind of like a proof of like what happens when you don't really have no direction with your career, and like this shows that you really don't have no individuals around you that actually give a shit about you, to kind of tell you to moderate yourself. Don't get me wrong, it's all fun, you know, like it's cool. Like you want to pop pills, like don't get me wrong, I'm not saying go ahead and do it, but like, hey, fucking, how about like 1 instead of 20, you know, like, you know, or like do it in moderation and shit like that, because what it comes down to is it shows there's people out here like Sheiky and myself that, you know, you work on your career, music, fucking entertainment, and you think you go on years and years thinking nobody will ever fucking notice you, and you see idiots like this, and the same idiots that fucking brought him to fame are the same idiots criticizing him now about this shit. I just think it's a fucking waste of a career. I think like there's a lot of people that would fucking, they had the position in, they would have turned it around very much like individuals like Fat Boy. They show you that it can be done. But I mean, it's fucking stupid, man. And these are the kind of people that a lot of the people that are out there young, a lot of the young people glorify this shit, man. You know, you got to see it for what it is. You know, you're supporting people that are on a distractor spiral. But that's my take on it. How do you feel about it, anyway?
I feel like maybe he was having a bad day, honestly.
Are you serious, dog?
like,
Hold on, no. Are you serious? Oh, well, you know, that's your pick. Keep going.
Nah, yeah, like, and to be honest, I mean, every artist goes through something like that, I feel like, you know, but I think, yeah, that's really disrespectful for him to go into, especially Adam's studio like that. I don't know why his people even let him go like that. It should have been like instant cancellation. Like, I'm sorry, but he got sick. He just, you know, can't get out of the bathroom or something, you know, like
something to cover it up. I heard
exactly.
From what I heard, his management hit up Adam 22 and was like, hey, fucking, what is it? Why, like, you know, who let him go in there? This is and that, trying to make it seem like they give a shit. First of all, if your management is give a shit, your management would have been there, not your fucking homies. You know what I mean? Your management should have been there because this is considered business. The fuck you get paid for. You don't have a regular job, and it's because this is how you represent yourself. You know, so I mean, it's fucking stupid. What's your take on it, Sheiky? This is hold on, I want to get a drum roll because you live for situations to talk shit about motherfuckers like this, man.
Drugs and alcohol.
Hold on, let me get the drum roll. Hold on, the fucking drum roll.
I mean, fucking for the most part, cannabis is pretty much legal. Nobody's really gonna fuck unless you're like in the South or some shit. What the fuck is this infatuation with fucking pills and fucking all this other bullshit, man? Like, what the fuck? And all this does is continue the fucking cycle. All these fucking dumbass fucking kids look at this and they're gonna be like, oh, look at this stupid fuck. This is fucking great. I'm gonna go look exactly like this stupid fuck. I'm gonna go make my fucking hair look exactly like him. I'm gonna go get 20 fucking tattoos on my fucking face that don't mean a fucking thing.
What's wrong with tattoos on the face, dude?
Shut the fuck up, Ross, dude. All because you decided to pop some fucking pills because you heard some fucking faggot in a song say it. And I fucking said, I don't give a fuck right now. That's the fucking truth.
Hey man, this is why I say
nobody has the fucking balls to be themselves anymore. Everyone has to fucking follow what the fucking next man is doing.
Damn man, I gotta fucking give a fucking round of applause for that shit, cause this is why I saved it for the last fucking minute right here, bro. Like you literally said everything, said the shit that people, because they've supported him at one point, don't want to say it, but like, yo, you keep it 100, bro. I agree with you. You know, and
I'm just saying,
it's 100%, man. Like, fuck,
right,
like, don't get me wrong. Everybody, people can experiment in life and fucking do drugs. It's
do
cool.
what you do, bro, but do that shit in private, man. Don't be glorifying that shit.
Yeah, don't be fucking like, you know.
I mean, life is fucking hard, and we gotta do what we gotta do to get through that shit. But do that shit in private. Don't be fucking glorifying that shit, and don't be fucking going to interviews and shit, man. That shit ain't fucking cool.
Just don't do the interview.
That shit makes you look fucking stupid, man. Anyways, I think, are we good on that subject right there?
Hey, what about that fucking other dude with the hair that got his ass beat? He fucking 6'9". Didn't he get his ass beat?
Pistol whip.
Dan, did you see the video of the dude?
No.
It was like a Jamaican motherfucker.
Is that Jamaican man?
He's like, you wanna come for me, huh?
You want to come for me?
You want war with me?
You want war with me, man?
Hey, there's a video. I need to see that.
That's a fucking great transition to it. You know, I mean, I had something else that we were gonna touch on, but you know what? We'll go ahead and get on that too on this Rainbow Brite motherfucker. All right, so my fucking issue with that is that, you know what? It shows everybody else out there that no matter fucking how long you wait, if you talk that shit and everybody hears it and you're in a platform, in a position, and you know what, don't get me wrong, like B-Real tells me, like, for shit like this, he was like, I remember when the first scandal came out, I remember he told me, he was like, you see, E-Zone, this is why the fuck you stay in your lane. You know, and I was just like, makes a lot of sense, bro. Because,
what scandal?
Yeah, bro, because stupid shit like this, bro, you don't have to
Some real shit.
Yeah, you don't fucking have to go ahead and say you're untouchable, this, and that, because sooner or later, bro, there's going to be a motherfucker out there who is on a good power trip. I mean, a good one, dog. Like, this motherfucker is that dude at that moment. He can call the shots bigger than you, who might call your bluff and do this shit. And me, what I think happened, I honestly think they probably have a video of this motherfucker crying, begging for his life. That's why he's not making a big deal out of getting the cops involved and trying to get his chain back or starting all this shit. They probably scared the fuck out of him, and they told him, it's like, yo, bro, we'll release this video. We know where the fuck you live, this, and that, and they jacked this shit, bro. That's my take. What do you think, anyway?
Yeah, I bet you he rides around with a lot more bodyguards now. But even then, it's like, he got caught.
He got caught slipping.
He got got. And it's like, and if it would have been someone else sooner or later.
Yeah.
You know? But then why do you think, like, as soon as that happened, that was just like a perfect reason for him to drop his song?
I mean, you can't fake like getting pistol whipped like this. Like fuck, Sammy's been pistol
I'm not
whipped.
saying it's fake. I'm not saying it's fake. It's
yeah,
just
thanks,
like,
Ross, dude.
You know, like that song was supposed to be released, I believe, I think maybe like a week later or something. But then since all that was happening, like all the attention to that, it was just like video dropped, and then everyone started watching it. And I was like at 56 million views or something.
This guy's a king of controversy right now.
Yeah, man. Sooner or later, that controversy is probably gonna cost him his life, bro. Unfortunately.
I mean, that's his problem.
Yeah, I think eventually somebody's gonna fucking roll up and just fucking be like, fuck, light up the car. They're gonna Young Dolph that motherfucker. Like Young Dolph probably
100 shots.
Yeah, like when Young Dolph's car got shot up, like, you know, I didn't think he had it fucking coming. You know what I mean? Like he talked that shit about Yo Gotti, but I don't think it was that deep for them to be like, you know what, I'm gonna kill you over this shit, motherfucker.
They had their chance.
Yeah, they had their chance, so
And all
it
they
wasn't
did was
that
shoot
deep.
him in the ass.
But like none of these two motherfuckers when they beefed it, or even like Mayweather or like 50 is how they're talking all this shit. None of them are walking around saying, "Oh, I'm Mr. Untouchable," or "I'm this and that." But this is what it shows you, man. When your head gets really, really fucking big. I was like, sooner or later, bro. And I honestly think they probably didn't kill him because they probably thought there was too many people around, bro. They would have smoked this motherfucker. They would have been caught up like Exorcist killers, bro.
He was plugging his brother, Gotti's brother, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was plugging his brother.
So that's probably why also, dude.
That is true, man. But I mean, man, I'm telling you, do smart shit with your career, people. If you got that platform and you're fortunate enough and you worked your ass off, or you fucking just got lucky, you fucking do smart shit with that platform. Don't fucking yeah, don't be out here fucking being stupid about shit. And one last thing, hey, play that clip, Raz, dude, from that movie, bro. The one I sent you on Outlook. Did you get it? I know I sent it. I know I pushed fucking send this time, bro. There it is. We're gonna talk about this guy.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah,
Go.
bro.
Fuck Jeff Goldblum,
He's
man.
the shit. Fuck you.
You don't like Jeff Goldblum?
He's done no
I
wrong.
was quoting fucking whatever that movie was. James Franco.
Hold on. I think is it one of those fucking?
I was quoting James Franco.
Yeah.
Whatever movie that was.
It's a
You remember? This is the first time I ever fucking seen this
impact term is
motherfucker.
what it
Like,
is.
I never seen him anytime else, and I saw Jurassic Park,
really alarmed here.
and he became like,
He's the dude.
yeah, he became that dude.
Gotta get out of here. Now,
You remember this scene, Sheiky?
Yeah, bro.
He's kind of cool and he's like funny. He's like kind of brown.
He's like Vince Vaughn a little bit. Like he's like a way better version of Vince Vaughn.
I mean, I remember Jeff Goldblum more in Independence Day, more than anything.
Must go faster.
He's on like Adult Swim now, like fucking doing crazy shit.
He was like in the first Death Wish.
All right, so this. All right, let's get cut it right now, right?
You know what's fucked up is that he's like the only actor from Jurassic Park that like made it out, like that fucking made it into the fucking acting game.
Yeah, and
Like
probably
everybody else is. You never see none of the motherfuckers like the
unless
kids,
it's, not even in the continuation films of the future Jurassic Parks. I've seen all 4 of them and shit.
Yeah, he's the only one that's in all of them.
Yeah, he's in the fucking old man, and even then he fucking did he die in real life? The old man did, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well yeah. I mean,
He's
he
in the
probably would have
newest
still been
one.
in it though.
Jeff Goldblum's in the newest Jurassic Park. That's
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he
You
is.
gotta go see that.
So let me tell you the reason I brought up Jeff Goldblum is because apparently, out of all networks, National Geographic, bro, like the fucking network that takes you on the fucking wild and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that fucking National Geographic network gave this motherfucker his own show, bro. And I will
yeah.
applaud it before I let you know what it is because I personally think it seems like something I'm gonna watch. But this fucking show is called Curiosity of Jeff Goldblum. Right? And the show is pretty much they take him to places where this motherfucker gets amazed and wowed about shit, bro, because I guess he's had the best. What the fuck is this, Raz, dude? He's had the
This is Jeff Goldblum.
Kind event that I wrote.
What the fuck are you?
It's a sizzler.
Is this Scientology?
Please watch.
No, he's like a fucking. He's on that Tim and Eric show.
Raz dude at the club.
This is how Raz dude really dances, yo.
For real, this is exactly how Razu dances. With a drink in his hand.
All right, so the reason, yeah, he's getting his own show, and it's pretty much they take him to places that he gets wowed at. You know what I mean? Like they'll take him.
Wow.
Yeah, like
Fuck
it's
wow.
called his curiosity shit. That he's like, oh, we're taking him to this place today. Like I don't know, fucking let's say we're taking him to Jurassic Park for real life. You remember that scene where he looks at the egg in the part 1, and he's like, it's the most fucking beautiful thing ever. Because of that inspired the show at Warner Brothers to help him produce it, and they want those reactions from him.
So it's gonna be staged.
Not staged, but they kind of like they'll take him to. He won't know, I guess, until like
Until he gets there.
Yeah. What do you think about this, Sheik?
That's cool, man. I'm down with Jeff Goldblum.
You fuck with Jeff Goldblum? What about you, Emilio?
I don't watch television, so I would not watch it.
What do you mean you don't watch television?
I
fool?
don't watch
You
television.
don't have your novela you watch?
What?
I really don't watch
the matter
television.
with
I
you,
watch Rick
bro?
and Morty. I watch.
That's considered television,
That's
bro.
television.
Okay, well.
Jeff Goldblum's more in movies and shit. The Fly. You ever see The Fly with that motherfucker?
Isn't that movie very disgusting, bro?
Yeah, he's like his fucking like his like face is falling off and shit.
Yeah.
He's falling apart. And he's morphing into a fly. Like it's
Yeah.
fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I remember seeing that movie. That shit was very disgusting on Sci-Fi.
There's a lot of like cartoons that do parodies of that shit
Like
or
The
something.
Simpsons.
Fly parodies.
Yeah, The Simpsons made a parody to got into that machine and he turned into that fly boy. And
Yeah.
he regretted it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simpsons always predicted it, bro. They always did some shit, bro. That's the reason I fuck with it, bro.
They didn't predict the World Cup though.
It wasn't the right year, bro. I bet you 1 year it's gonna end the same way and it's gonna be a riot, just like in The Simpsons, and nobody's gonna win, and it's gonna ruin soccer for the rest of the world because of Mexico and Portugal.
Mexico and Portugal.
Yep.
That'll be the fucking day.
It's gonna be the theory, bro.
It's
And
the
then
next one. It's the next one.
When the fuck is Mexico gonna get past the round of 16?
damn. All right, all right. I think that's enough right there. We're gonna go ahead and put a pause real quick to the show. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna welcome and get ready for our special guest, comedian Bruce Jingles. This guy, yeah, man. This guy's fucking hilarious. You know what I mean? This guy, he's a smoker. We're gonna talk weed. We're gonna ask him some real shit. We're gonna ask him what it's like to be a fucking comedian, bro. Everybody knows they come in here, we show them what it's like to be a stoner like us. I want to know what, like, we've had interviews with many comedians, but everybody is different, you know what I mean? So I want to fucking know what his story is. We're gonna talk about him in life, you know, and comedy and whatever the fuck he has going on. Stay tuned. We'll be back here on the We Don't Smoke the Same show on B-Real TV. Don't go nowhere. Enjoy this next clip.
Don't go nowhere.
TV.
All right, what's up, y'all, man? We're back here on the We Don't Smoke the Same show. I want to go ahead and first of all give a big round of applause and a big welcoming to our special guest, Mr. Comedian Bruce Jingles over here.
Oh, how's it going?
What's up, bro? I mean,
Thank you.
man, it's good. It's good to finally have you on here, man. I've had the chance to. Well, the first time I've seen you, I've actually seen you personally, and then after that, I wouldn't see a lot of the specials and stuff like that. And man, dude, it was nice to see that, like you know, a lot of the shit that you said was very relatable, man.
Yeah.
I feel like you know, I'm like, man, how old are you, brother? If you don't want to.
40.
What kind of question is that? He's
Hold on. Well, because you know,
That's how you start off the fucking
no, I say that,
Oh,
bro.
you're
No,
the angry dude.
no, I say that, bro, because. You
Yo,
know,
what the
like
fuck, he's
a lot of the stuff that he fucking he says in his stuff is just like, it's like you almost had to be a part of that era to fucking understand that shit, bro. Like going over, like him talking about his going over, like it's a joke where he says he's going over, you know, like his friend's house, you know, his Hispanic friend's house, and he's like, oh, they make you eat everything and shit like that. Bro.
Okay, for real.
Yeah, see that all that shit. I'm like, bro, I had to
With
ask,
the
bro.
grandmother with the molcajete.
So you're pretty like it's like you're almost like you're almost like a big brother age, bro. That's like because that's how my older brother would be.
Thank you,
You know
baby.
what I'm talking about?
Thank
so
you.
that's the reason. That's what I meant. You fucking asshole, ass dude.
I'm your tío negro.
Tío Negro.
Yeah, that's what I've become. Is I'm like, you know, all my friends' kids.
Feel free to light up, by the way. The lighter's
Yeah,
right
let's
there.
do this.
Yeah.
All my friends' kids. I'm Uncle Bruce.
Uncle
So
Bruce.
I want to do my own TV show on Galveston called Tío Negro.
Tío
And
Negro.
and I'm a mythical creature, right? And when little Hispanic kids get in trouble, they go, help me, Tío Negro. And like, hola niños, right? And pop out. And we solve mysteries and shit. And trying to bone their moms because
You know, I feel like that's almost like it has to be on Comedy Central, bro. He's like Tío Negro.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It
man.
could work because you could do all kinds of like Scooby-Doo shit. And, you know, I mean, like with this green screen.
Yeah.
What's behind me?
Bunch of dicks.
A bunch of dicks?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm sitting next to him. And you, the angry guy, you're like, fuck you, fuck this. I was like, wow, I felt that.
Yeah,
How's that anger? A lot of people fucking, whenever people start spitting the truth, they consider it angry.
I like it. You were spitting the truth, but somebody need to take your ass to the park when you're a kid. and shit.
Somebody needs to take your ass to the park.
Like, fuck, run that shit out. Like, goddamn, make that little nigga tired.
Yo, so How long? I
But
mean,
you're speaking the truth.
getting into like comedy, man. How long have you been into the game? Like, like when was the first time you said, you know what, this is what I'm gonna fucking do?
It's my 18th year.
18 years? Damn, what was the first time you did comedy? Do you remember it?
Professional, like on stage.
Like, well, just like, cause every comedian remembers their first time they've ever ever, like just.
That's so broad and like
When's the first
what I
time you
mean?
got up on a stage and on a mic and told a joke, bro? That you can, consider you worked on it.
I've hosted. This is funny. I actually was the MC for some of my friends' DJing gigs, so I knew, like stage presence, stuff like
So you
that.
were
I guess I just naturally had it.
You were comfortable already being on the microphone.
Yeah.
What was the first time you was started, like, you had a lineup and you like had jokes just lined up? You're like, you know what? There's an audience here to see me. This is my first night. Like,
At the Ontario Improv,
Ontario Improv.
Ontario, California.
How long ago was that?
18 years ago. I worked for when I had a day job. I worked for in telecommunications. I worked for this data company. So we sold T1 back then, T1 lines and stuff to businesses and stuff.
Okay.
And one of the technicians, I was in sales. One of the technicians worked at the Ontario Improv as a sound dude. It had just opened, matter of fact.
Right.
And he told me that they had an amateur contest going, and everybody was always saying, "No, oh, you're so hilarious. You should try out this." My best friend said, "Dude, we were fighting at the time." He said he dared me to try it, basically. And I entered the contest the last day. I was the last one.
Yeah. I'm gonna need you to face the camera though, Bruce.
Sorry about out there.
Yeah. I was like, I had to tell you, but man, I mean, you know what? That's cool, man. At least at work, it's like, yo, it's like sometimes, like your coworkers can gas you up to do some stuff, man. Who knew? Like, you're 18 years into the game, bro. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy because it was an amateur contest, but you eventually learn, like, with amateur contests, those are bringer shows. So the person that brings the most people wins. It's not on talent. It's about how many.
It's a popularity contest, pretty much.
Yeah, and that's what stand-up comedy is, basically. That's all they care about.
Would you say it's always been like that?
It's always been like that. That's how many asses you can put in your seat. It's always been like that.
Okay. I mean, that's that. I can definitely see.
Who are people there to see?
The headliner.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Or it doesn't have to be the headliner. That was.
I got it. That's for you. It's all you, brother.
Oh, it's all mine.
Yeah, it's all you.
It doesn't have to be the headliner. You know what I mean? It's just whoever has the better set that night, whoever catches somebody's eye, and they tell the people and they keep coming, and it's about their getting out there and their networking, which is why I'm here. You know what I mean?
Which is pretty much like. Especially the way like how a lot of the industries like social media influenced, and it's so like it's all driven by that. I guess I can see how it's all a big popularity contest now. Now more than ever.
But it always is.
Yeah.
It's always been a popularity contest. Who's selling seats? That's all. It's but things change. It's now it's like in the 80s. The comedy was thrived. It was the thing. People paid money to get tickets. There was no guest list.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then comedy died because the information superhighway came. Okay.
The internet.
And all that stuff. Then you have that. So you have to give out you have to give out free tickets for motherfuckers to come to clubs because comedy clubs decided, they're going to expand to a chain, and they're going to be open like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you got to fill those seats.
Damn,
so you got to create those nights, those segregated nights, like like Mexican Mondays or Negro Tuesdays or Watermelon Wednesdays or something, because you got to get that each.
Yeah, no, I mean
demographic.
You guys pretty much got you guys got what is happening to the marijuana industry at the moment. You know, like, yeah, like you know how like before like everybody had it like, oh yeah, sessions, good time. Anybody could start a company overnight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean and shit like that. And then before you know it, can I see the letter?
Oh, yeah.
And no, the letter. And then yeah, and then all of a sudden, you know, shit's being just fucking changed the fuck up the whole 360.
Yeah,
I can see
because
that.
people don't read the law, and they don't think.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're thinking
but-
big like.
but that
"Ew,
ha- but that hap-
marijuana's legal.
That happened to comedy, man. Like, the way you explained it, it's almost like that happened to comedy in a way.
It did. It got comedy is bastardized now because you got these kids in skinny jeans that can't tell a joke. Say, you know, they can't do a 15. I'm not gonna name names, but
No, speak your mind.
no, but I'm not. I'm not.
No, I mean, but say it, you know.
But they can't tell like they can't have a 15-minute set, right? And now they're headlining, so now they got to build that act.
I do.
And it takes them. Then they got to work on to build that 45 that they should have because they're a headliner. Okay, that's when it gets like that. Like when you have the headliners that can't follow me. Like if I'm on for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm on fire. I've smoked out. I not literally, but
you
I've
fucking shut it down.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do agree, you know, and it's like I'm pretty sure, you know, like Sheiky being also a comedy fan. We both like stand-up comedy. It's like
sir.
this is what I think of it. It's like the way it's like there's people out there that are being miscategorized, and
Yeah.
they shouldn't be considered comedians because like you're saying, there's individuals out there that you know that they
have funny-
can't last a 15-minute set up
Yeah,
there.
because they have a funny fucking YouTube video.
Yeah, or because they do funny sketches, or
Yeah.
you know, or these little fucking plays, or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
They you know, they're considered comedians.
Because they have millions of viewers.
Yes, and don't get me wrong, these same people will sell out show, but you're not going to a fucking comedy show, people. Like you're going to a fucking live skit. You might like a live skit show. You might as well fucking go see Carrot Top at Vegas
Yeah.
or some shit.
Well,
Like, if you
I
want-
mean, he's good though.
I mean, he's good, but you know, it's like if you're gonna see somebody like try to bust the act and shit, like do it to the motherfucker who's been doing it for like the last fucking 20 years, you
Yeah,
know?
because everybody's first time at a comedy club is their last time. If it's bad, you know what I mean? If they go see a shitty show, that's the last time they're gonna go see live comedy. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're gonna spread the word, like, oh, fuck, dude, that dude sucks.
Yeah.
Or, because they're gonna remember the two things. They're gonna remember the person they paid to see and the worst person.
Comedy is cold like that.
You know what I mean?
What was that one place?
So the cats in the middle, you know, they'll forget, but they'll know you, and because you're the best of the, it's such a weird dynamic. I don't know if I'm making sense
No. It's
because I'm really high. So
no. Man. This don't worry about it, man. This is the show where it's like
But it's the truth.
it doesn't matter, and it's like that's what we want to hear, bro. That's the reason. It's like we wanted to have you in here because all right, you're talking about 18 years experience in it, and it's like you've seen that all of a sudden, like it's almost like like the comedy game, it's almost like the rap game. Everybody wants to fucking do it
Yeah.
right now.
Fuck it, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because
Like
comedy now.
yeah, it's like if you got some kind of fucking art degree or some shit now, and you know you weren't doing shit with it, and you're like, oh well, fuck, I'm gonna start fucking making up
It's
some
not.
jokes.
It's not just that.
I mean, but you know, just like, hey, this is like there's a lot of people out there that just fucking be like, you know what, I want to go for this, and it's like, you
Fallen
know,
stars that have nothing better to do. And say, oh, I can break off into comedy.
People
and
that
then
never-
now they got stories to tell. You know what I mean? You know, kid stars, wrestlers. Now their celebrity from that will get them
gigs.
gigs because they'll put asses in seats. But they don't know the dynamic of it because they're already going into the club as a celebrity. So they get better treatment than the average open micer.
These are the same individuals that'll probably have a major breakdown the first time they bomb, huh?
Yeah. And then they'll stop for a year.
Yeah, like
You know, I got other projects. You know what I mean? And then does that sound familiar? I'm sorry.
yeah, no, it is the
Yeah.
way. As soon as you said I got other projects, I knew exactly what you were talking about because I've heard that before. I've been working on some things.
That's crazy, yo.
Yeah, Yo, I saw, you know, when they look you up, man, and a lot of like one of the things that like it said, you know, that you're known for, and I didn't know that you knew how to do impersonations or impressions. You know, is it like is that like, you know?
I can do a lot of impressions. I just don't want to do them on stage.
Like who? Like I mean, I've never like once heard you like do it, like, you know, cause like there's some comedians that kind of will always use that, but like, you know what I mean, it's like fuck 18 years. I'm like, you can't be doing fucking impressions for 18 years. You know what I mean? Like
No,
so I've never fucking heard you like what?
Well, I do the Samuel Jackson. That's what I'm known for.
Samuel L. Jackson.
And then
He's like the black guy in every movie.
yeah.
In Netflix, he owns that shit, bro. Every movie by Samuel L. Jackson is in there, bro.
He's in every movie.
Yeah,
pretty much.
He was the first black dude in the movie. I've been able to do impressions since I was a kid. Like, and I would do like, but they have to have a unique voice to me for my ear to catch it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like Chappelle would be, hey Jingles. Hey, man.
Yeah,
God damn you. You know, it's certain abracadabra. You know, it's, you pick up to like Nick Nolte. Yeah. Well, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's got that raspy.
Hey, you're on that goddamn Be Real TV with those goddamn Jesus Christ, Hammond.
Man, dude.
That's one of my favorite. Oh, actually, that's one of my favorite
No.
movies.
This is.
48 Hours. I've never
yeah.
done the Nick Nolte publicly.
Oh man, you know what? This is. Don't worry, we'll make sure with this.
There's
this
your goddamn dinner.
the clip.
Jack, tell me a
Yeah.
story.
Fuck you. Oh, that's one of my
That's one
favorites.
of my favorites.
Yeah.
When-
Some of the citizens are behind you all the way, officer. It's fucking awesome. I fucking love that movie. I wish they would remake that movie. Because they're doing remakes, right?
That's all they're doing right now.
But do it like the remakes they should do are too young to remake. You know what I mean?
It hasn't been long enough.
You know, like Karate Kid didn't deserve a remake.
Nah, no way.
And not that bad of a remake. You know,
Yeah.
the kid didn't even do karate. And you know, ain't the Karate Kid and don't do karate. Why you gonna call it Karate Kid?
He's just fucking fools up in the movie.
Yeah, they just fucking
Yeah.
call it the fucking fool up kid. Shit, don't do no damn karate. And like, and you have to do them spaced out, okay? Like, shit, what was I talking about?
The remaking of movies.
Remakes.
With
yeah.
48 hours. Sorry about that. Weed.
Hey, it happens. Weed, yeah. Weed.
And I think if they remade it, I think Josh Brolin should play Nick Nolte's role.
It's a good choice. He kind of looks like him.
He looks like him. He's that gruff guy. There. Because you always have to, when you do Nick Nolte, you have to think throat cancer. And like really,
He gotta smoke like a pack of cigarettes before
hell no.
That and he was a fucking heavy
smoke
drinker.
Pall Malls. You know, well, you know, like a little jazz. You know, or like if you do like Sam Elliott, like from the crisp Colorado mountains, because you got to a different
tonnage.
yeah. And it comes milky, then comes down the Colorado mountains.
Do you do these impressions anymore? Part of your act? Do you bring them back sometimes?
I'm trying to write a new
Are you trying to get some new
new
voices?
hour, and I think the joke I want to do is I want to I should say it right now because then it would pressure me to do it. Is the it'll be like a 3-character.
A 3-character conversation?
Yeah. And it would be like Nick Nolte, Sean Connery, and Dave Chappelle walking to a bar.
Oh, damn, man. Seeing that live, that already sounds
So
like it, man.
it's already kind of a weird dynamic. So you got well, you just goddamn Scotsman. Yeah. Who the hell saw Darby O'Gill, for Christ's sake? You're a clever bastard. You're the black one that moved, that went to Africa. I've seen you in King Solomon's mines, like some shit like that. Yeah, I'm richer than all you. You're like,
Man, when
Anything could happen.
When you get these, see, it's crazy is that like sometimes you like everybody's giving a shot at trying to impersonate somebody. Like when you start doing when you start getting these down, like how do you do you feel weird at first because you have to like kind of like sound like you're talking to yourself. Like when I try to impersonate something or something from TV, like I almost feel like man I probably sound like the crazy homeless dude in downtown.
You have to hear it in your head. You have to really hear it in your head.
You have to just fucking get it down.
It's something you just catch. You know what I mean? Like they have a certain pitch or You ever see Taxi? You ever watch Taxi?
Is that with the show?
How old are you guys?
The
TV show?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember Christopher Lloyd's character?
Yeah.
The Reverend Jim. Christopher Lloyd, if people don't know, was Doc Brown in the Back to the Future movies. And Reverend Jim was a drugged out hippie that worked at the cab company, the Sunshine Cab Company. So when Reverend Jim was called, Alex, it was just like, it was like, especially my favorite episode, the cocaine cookies, because they had an episode where Locke was making cookies and they used coca leaves and everybody was addicted to the cookies. And Jim was on vacation and he comes in and Louis, who's played by Danny DeVito's like, I can't figure out what's in these cookies. And Jim has a cookie, like, coca leaves.
He knows right away.
78, 79, and he's grading, and he's like, and he just does every characteristic of doing blow at that time, which was huge at that time. Everybody was doing blow, and Taxi was the hippest show at that time.
What year is this?
Shit,
Late
81.
70s?
81. Oh yeah, that's like when like shit was not cut and shit.
81, yeah. So it was right when it was.
Yeah.
It was because Taxi was like 2.5 Men.
Damn. Oh, okay.
Of its
time.
Yeah.
Hey, like your voice. Speaking of impersonation voice, you have a very like unique voice. Like I feel like you could even do like some ad libs and like some R&B albums and shit. Like, you've done
Bruce
radio
Jingles.
work before, right?
Yeah, baby. This is Bruce Jingles.
Is that the kind of radio work that you do? You had like some nightline shit.
Like Casey Kasem. Yeah, this is Casey Kasem. Bruce Jingles sings songs to fuck to. And then like, hey, drop your leg and put your kitty on my shoulder or some shit. Bruce Jingles sings songs to fuck to.
It's like a shout out to your own album.
It had to look.
But have you worked in radio before?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Like being a guest.
Oh, just a guest? Like I thought you had like that hosting gig.
I had a podcast.
You don't do it no more?
I want to bring it back. I might try to bring it back to be real.
I mean, dude, you have you almost have. It's almost like you should already have it because you've been doing it for like 18 years, and now a lot of these motherfuckers are hopping. Anybody that's a comedian is trying to do it, but the motherfuckers that really deserve it are the motherfuckers that have like really known how to work a stage the same way like Bernie Mac and like people that have really been trying to, because it's these like you said, like if you bomb. Like, or
I fuck up.
You're not gonna fucking go home and fucking post some shit on Instagram and be like, yo, I'm sad, cheer me up, fans. But some of these new age motherfuckers that are in this shit.
And that's what they do, they're little bitches. Like I fucked up at a show in Vegas. And it was like a big show. I went up, I was fucked up because I was in town for a comedy legend's funeral. His name was Marty Allen. He was the last of the like 1940s and 50s
of the true OGs
of the comics that you always saw on TV. And I went to his funeral. Like big dudes were there, like Jimmy Walker, Jimmy JJ Walker from Good Times, and Louis Anderson. Hey, Lou. Hi, Jingles. Great to see you, Jingles. You look good. I'm going to go over and pay my respects. And God, I've done this many impressions in a long time. Thank you. Man, thanks.
We get that. Thank you. We do get that exclusivity over here,
that.
man. This is. I want to make you feel comfortable in our podcast here, man.
Thanks.
You ever been overseas yet?
Oh yeah.
How about like? Where's your favorite? Like, where's your
Germany.
Germany. Hell yeah. It's the beers or what?
Yeah,
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I like Germany because I think it's ironic how friendly they are to black people.
I was gonna ask you. That's the first question. I was like, yo, like, did you see any of the black dudes out there?
You know, Germany is 38% black.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I thought they were all
The
like.
fatherland
Yo, man, that's
is
fucking.
the baby daddy land.
So like, on average, if you walk into a bar, like, how many black dudes you see in there, bro?
Quite a few.
Quite a few.
Yeah, and because they're military, they're either military or you know if they're mixed.
Yeah, these little fucking gnats. Fuck that little gnat,
It's
man.
there, right?
Yeah.
I'm not tripping.
No, you're not
Okay.
tripping.
You see, and they're usually mixed, like you know, that's how it is.
Yeah, but that's fucking dope, Germany.
It's
man.
and it's weird. It's a beautiful country, but you know, you just think of the irony.
If I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah, I can see that.
You know, it's like
You know, if I were to, you know, if I were to go to Germany, that would be the one thing I would look forward to
went
is a
over-
beer.
I went over one time. The first time I went over was with Everlast and Christopher Titus, and we did a show for the USO, and I didn't know that German chicks dug black dudes. You know, so
Damn.
you got Heidi and fucking Broomhilde always like checking out all the brothers. It was like weird.
Like unicorns and shit.
It was like weird.
You know, I had somebody that was in Europe that, you know, that like he went out there with, yo, man, like we didn't see too many smack people out there. He's like, if you go out there, you'd be like a unicorn, bro.
Yeah. No, not necessarily. Like on base, yeah, you see a lot. Like in Iraq, I ran into an old neighbor. It was weird. Like of all places, Iraq, I ran into somebody I used to live in the same complex.
Were you
with.
doing something for the troops out there?
Yeah.
That's fucking dope, man. I gotta applaud that, bro. That's like not many people that that really like. Don't get me wrong. Everybody has the right to support whatever a contribution or thankful or honor or charity you want to support, but it's not too many motherfuckers that really take it out and go out there. Like going to Iraq, bro. First of all, if I think Iraq, like I'm like, if somebody tells me to put on a bulletproof vest, I'm like, look, man, like I didn't even have to wear one in the hood. Like
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
really
they-
gonna die out here. Like
Yeah, because when you get picked up by the military, they put you in a flak jacket immediately,
oh shit.
and
Damn,
then
what
you
was-
have a military escort. I thought it was awesome.
Like man, did you?
I want to go back. I want to go back over.
How long ago was this?
I was supposed to go to Okinawa last
How-
year, and some shit happened.
I only thought wrestlers did that shit, huh? She,
What?
you know, because like, no, I said,
troops?
I'm joking. I only thought, like, you know, because the wrestlers, like, you know, in WWE, like, they have, like, Vince McMahon makes them as a part of their contract. They go out there and they do matches, you know,
Yeah.
on base. And I was like, you know, like, I never really, you know, so I'm like, oh fuck, I only thought wrestlers did that shit.
No, we
That's-
do it too.
That's fucking dope, man. Going out there, and that's
Look,
the
certain wrestlers do. I think you should. Because I support the troops. I don't just.
Yeah.
I don't support.
I mean, look,
the reason why they're
yeah,
there because it's bullshit.
that's exactly, man. You couldn't have said it better.
But you know, I support the people there. I mean, that's fucking bullshit.
Shit,
You know?
anybody out there, if you're out there risking your life and you don't know if you're gonna wake up the next
And
day,
it-
the least you could do is know how to laugh a little bit, you know?
But that's the irony of this country. The country doesn't know how to take care of their fucking military. They don't know how to take care of their fucking veterans.
A lot of the
That's
people
why you
down the
think we have
street-
so many homeless fucking veterans out there. You know why? Because it's not because they're not investing in the military. They're not investing in what's after the military. Look at Donald Trump is taking so much money out of fucking mental health care. It's fucking outrageous.
Fuck mental health care,
You
man.
know, but everybody's crazy. Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah,
well, think. You know, it's irony.
that is true, man. They do not take care of the troops, and you know, once again, man, I applaud you for that, man, because it takes a lot to go ahead and do out there, and like I said, these people are out there fucking dodging bullets and trying
dude,
to live
it's fucking crazy, man. I saw somebody die over there.
Oh shit. Damn, man, that's the one thing they could at least use is like some laughter. Fuck, you know, it's like laughter. It's like,
Dude, they come up to you with tears in their eyes.
oh shit, man, that's
You know, like literally because they feel forgotten. Yeah. They really do. Like you're there, and it's just that. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
like
And you get maybe you get like TV at Chow if you're lucky. If you're not behind the wire, and it's camp, and I'm telling jokes. I was telling jokes in fucking full gear, behind over the wire, and tents and shit in Iraq, like enemy fire, and two guys walk in like, yeah.
Fuck.
I saw a dude died in the fucking in the infirmary.
Yeah.
Infirmary.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
The enfermería, dog. That's what you say in Spanish.
What is
Yeah,
that?
at the enfermería.
Yeah, and next to the abogado.
No, but you said you saw a dude die in the in the clinical place or whatever.
Yeah, in the clinical.
Listen, we're fucking high, okay? Like I don't have to be fucking precise or whatever.
was a
I got a fucking
dramatic
degree.
moment.
I did that shit. All right, fuck you guys.
No, it was like a dramatic moment, but it just got fucked up because I couldn't say whatever.
Yeah,
But I mean, it was just weird. It was just real.
yeah, it shows. I mean, fuck, seeing somebody die pretty much just shows you. I mean, how much more real does it have to
But
be?
he would. It wasn't like he was expected. It was
But you
but
still,
it's just real, dude.
You're seeing somebody lose their life at the cost of the war, Or
Yeah.
so at the cost of political, disagreements.
And it's like MASH too. I felt like you ever watch like MASH or China Beach?
Yeah, that's the one show when like even though like
like those shows. It was like that.
the black and white show, bro, and you see the fucking army trucks. I swear, bro, I would get so quick to turn it off when I would come on because you're a kid. You're like, we don't
Yeah,
wanna watch
because
this
you're
shit.
young. You had to go to bed when you heard them.
Oh, it would only come on after the Simpsons and shit and the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so like
you get
yeah.
sleep now.
Yeah, like
you get sleepy.
I had school the next day and shit,
It'd be on
man.
in the morning sometimes too.
Yeah, I stayed up and watched that shit. I still watch that shit. But it was like living on base, because you live on the base.
Yeah.
And then in Iraq, I went to Iraq and Bosnia, but they always sent me at the worst, like the hottest time in Iraq was 137.
Damn, 137.
And then you got the troops. They
Hold
had
on.
to march.
Hold on. 130, like the weather?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the troops, they had to march in full gear. They don't have they don't have shorts. And you left, right, Yeah.
137?
Yeah, and they got to follow orders.
How hot was that for you, bro? Like,
Black people were evaporating, dude.
you just turned
It
into
looked
sad.
like they teleported, like, oh fuck, Nightcrawler from the X-Men, but
Man, that's great. So that's an experience in itself, man. Another experience I want to ask you about is you have your own Showtime special, man. Like, or you've heard of a Showtime special, like.
yeah, it's Jeff Garcia's Low Budget Madness.
Was that the name of it?
Yeah.
And then, can people still watch that?
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
How long ago was this?
I don't get any money though. They had it on pay-per-view recently. I was like, what the fuck?
The fuck?
Yeah, on pay-per-view. Damn.
Yeah. I was like,
as soon as you
somebody's
saw it-
like, yeah, you know what I mean?
As soon as you see a pay-per-view, like, yo, somebody's.
Yeah, but I didn't get shit.
Yes, no, but like you're like somebody's getting that.
Jeff gets all the money. Well, it's his special.
Yeah,
he headlined it, but
he DJ mugs you.
it launched. It launched my career.
Damn.
Basically.
Fuck.
Because of my performance on it. Then that's just. I don't want to sound like a dick, but I owe my career to him.
Look,
So.
well, you know what? Hey, man, that's you gotta fucking see. You reckon that's how you feel
Game
about
recognized
it.
game.
And that's real. Recognized real. Some people, based out of that experience, you can either take it two ways, straight up.
Yeah.
Like you could either be that bitter motherfucker that like will be like, I never got paid and I'm gonna talk shit about this motherfucker every chance that I get.
Yeah.
Or you could be that person that's
It's
like,
the
hey,
chance I took.
I took a chance and I actually got a fan base out of this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, so I win.
Yeah, so like you know,
You know
that,
what I mean?
regardless of the fact you're looking at it, or like
Money is temporary.
see, that's fucking dope, man. You didn't, because I'm pretty sure in the comedy game, a lot of people love to talk that shit, bro.
Yeah, that's
so
all
like,
they do.
I'm pretty sure you heard of
Especially in the Latin community.
you probably had a lot of people that probably told you like, no, well, you know what, bro? I agree, bro. I've heard that many times, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, and that's not hating on anything, but I've heard that many times from like 3 different people that are from 3 different races. So like or ethnicity. So don't get me wrong. It's not just like, but it's. We'll get into that later.
And I have a big Latin fan base, so.
Because you tell a lot of jokes that are relatable to the Latinos, bro. Like you know, you were that homie that like my little brother used to have this what was his name, Tyrell. Yeah, bro. Like he used to come.
I was Tyrell.
Yeah, bro. Like you were like his little homie that would come home and it just like to my house he'll come and kick it. They'll play fucking places and then he'll eat with dinner with us and shit. Like my mom will make him eat.
Yeah, every Latino in Southern California, from the age of 50 on, had a black friend.
That's
They
real
came
talk.
to the house, and then I'm the embodiment. It's like a superhero. They all come together and they form Bruce Jingles. He is the embodiment of that's me.
Man, you know that. Man, that's
That was so funny.
that's a good way to put it, man. I mean, going to another thing that you been involved in. Did you write anything in that Driving Bill Crazy, that movie or that special?
I wrote my parts.
You wrote your parts.
Uh-huh. Oh, you saw it? It's so stupid, isn't it?
I mean, you know, it's kind of like
But it's thankful.
I found it kind of like Tim and Eric funny, you know, like it was like you know,
Yeah, it was just they could have did so much.
I didn't. Don't get me wrong, I like Tim and Eric, so
Yeah.
so like I
But
thought
it
was
could have
like
been
kind
so
of-
much. It could have been so much more. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm thankful for it because they gave me because the part they gave me was I'm the dick of the movie, which I played.
I mean, fuck, if you can impersonate Samuel L. Jackson and Samuel L. Jackson can come out like it's a very big dick sometimes, you know, pause.
What
Like,
did you say?
Say that one more time.
Say what again?
Man, that is on point, man. That is goddamn on point, man.
That's like the most famous one.
That is really on point, dude.
Because the impressions I do, I don't want to do. You know how everybody does like. Everybody was doing Schwarzenegger, and just it's. I want to do the voices like people aren't doing. Like I can do like Gilbert Gottfried. And what is this? Who is that? What? Who? You know, it's like just little shit like.
That's a dude I would like. What happened after Affleck?
He's cool.
Like you know.
Gilbert's very cool.
I hear he has a podcast. I haven't had yet to get a chance to get around to it, but I feel like I'll check it out.
I feel
reach out.
he's really nice. I'm not saying we're like best friends, but
Yeah,
I feel like in 18, because it's I feel like in 18 years I'm at least respected by comics I looked up to or look up to. You know what I mean? Like they if they have to split early, let Jingles close it out. Dude, you can do it. Or they see me, hey, Jingles, what's up? And it's hugs, and it's not bullshit.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? Because you know the fakeness.
Yeah, you can tell.
I mean, in the city
You
of
know.
LA, it's like you learn to recognize it at a young age, you know?
Yeah, it's not like I'm gonna punk him
Yeah.
opener. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like up here.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you can see through it. Like if you're a real motherfucker, you know how to recognize that kind of shit. You know?
Yeah.
And you also know how to deal with it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you're and that's the craziness because you're trying to hold back because a lot of times you want to swing on a motherfucker.
Hey, I gotta ask. I almost ask every comic that comes that we have on here this question right here. Like you know when I do shows or you know when I have to host events or whatever, people you know will bring me typically weed. You know sometimes they'll give me some Hennessy and some shit like that. What's the craziest shit somebody's ever brought to you? After out of 18 years, like fuck, dude.
An
like,
8-ball.
Damn, dog. Was it good?
No, I'm serious. It was in El Paso. Yeah, it was great. it was in El Paso. It was in El Paso, Texas, and I got off stage.
Yeah.
I fucking just smashed it. It was fucking nasty. Like I did like
Fucking
an hour.
Standing ovation.
Yeah, damn near. And I get off, and this dude's, oh, fuck, you're fucking hilarious. And he takes my hand, and he puts something in my hand, and I go, oh, thanks. And I go to the green, and I go, oh,
Oh, you went to the fucking back room and you're like,
yeah. And Texas is weird,
you know, that's.
because
El
the weed
Paso.
is horrible, but the cocaine is
I was
fucking
gonna, I was
awesome.
gonna say
That
it was in
cartel
Texas, right? They're
cocaine.
like,
Yeah, so it's like the 80s.
Yeah.
It's
damn.
like we have an asshole in the White House. It's
Texas-
just like the 80s.
I was like, people got it fucked up. Don't go to Miami. Go to Texas, yo.
Why would you go to Miami?
Some people fucking
I
say
hate
that.
Florida, dude.
Some people say that's the best place to get.
Florida
those
is
kind of
America's
substances.
dick. It really is. The people don't realize that Florida, they think Florida is like, oh, it's Florida. No, that's the South, dude. That's fucking, we hate niggers here. Like, you know, they had a city called Tucumcans, Florida. And they had to change the name recently because I showed up. I had to do a gig, and they had to change it to Three Coons, Florida, but they got mad because it cost too much money. I don't know. Just fucking around. And, yeah, this shit ain't all funny, goddammit.
You know, I've been hearing this. I want to go ahead and switch it up, but yeah, have you ever performed at the Comedy Store?
Yeah.
Now, how like you know, often like damn, you were about to
Yeah, I
go
know.
backwards on the joint. Lee's about to go ahead and light it up the other way around. I had to point that out because that's how high you get on the We Don't Smoke the Same show. Now,
But I stopped myself. You saw that.
yeah,
Like,
you did. You
Justin,
did.
it was like dun 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 dun, dun like dun dun ha hoo ha he.
Now,
I'm gonna burn my big ass lips.
I've been to the Comedy Store, you know, as well, and you know, like I've never been there at crazy hours, but I've heard this from many comics that have been there, especially for a long time. I heard that place is haunted, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Have you ever had your own experience with that shit that you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I felt an energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How,
I believe in.
Do you remember
I
when?
believe in ghosts.
I mean, I do too. Shit, I want to ask about this.
But because you know there used to be a mob.
Yeah,
mob
for
place in the 40s.
Bugsy Siegel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean. So you have that factor.
Used to be
So you
called
think
Zeros.
about all the cats that
He
they got
whacked
ice, they got
in
whacked.
the back.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
You got to think of all the fucking comics, all the failed comics, or all the successful comics,
Yep.
and all the, you know what I mean? There's so many. It's like a holy ground. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like a spiritual.
It's a combination because you know, you know, every comic has a
You
very
know,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very. It's like the ghost hall of justice. Like you and all the ghosts come hang out, and
Yeah, like everybody out, like
You know
you
what I
know.
mean? It's just
So yeah, no, I get you. Some famous people, you know, like over time, just like even from when that place was called Zeros, you know, like
you
famous.
ever been backstage
I've only been
in
to.
the main room?
I don't think so. The only place I've been backstage is in that little room where everybody goes smoke in the outside patio, and then the room where you go in there to the right.
Oh, the lounge.
Yeah, like you know, after you go past the kitchen and then to the right, that room, I've been there. That's it.
Okay. That's what a comic's hang out. Like in the main room, they're backstage. It's here they have the tables that were there during the Rodney Dangerfield days and the Richard Pryor days, and they're so fucking scratched up.
Damn.
You know what I
Damn,
mean?
like this, so like
From
that shit doesn't.
you know, from Blow, and you imagine all the fucking
All the
superstars that
chopping.
did Blow, like Brett Fox, and dude, everybody just doing all that fucking Blow
Right before
on that
going on
table.
stage.
You know what I mean? Like they need to. If you're a comic,
Yeah.
if you're a comedian that knows comedy, because again, a lot of comedians now don't know shit about comedy. You know the history, and you trip on that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's something it's like, wow.
You're another.
It's like the Apollo when you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's like the
It is
Apollo.
like do some blow off it.
Man, I'm glad. But that's another comic that has told me that you know that you felt the energy. Where did you feel the energy? Like how was that experience? You didn't say it. Like
We're in
yeah, like
in the
like
store.
what was going on when you felt that? Like were you after?
It was in the hallway of. You know the hallway right by the main room entrance?
Yeah.
Right, that leads to the belly room?
Yeah.
Right there.
Damn. So you just felt something around you?
Yeah, and then and a couple of times in the main room. I gotta go there because my girl Vicky Baylock, she's on America's Got Talent, right?
Yeah.
She's a comedian. Yes, get her, add her, or vote for her, please. Let's get her. I love her, and and she's married to the organist, the original organist of the Comedy Store for 25 years, and there's gonna be a lot of comics roasting him. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram and all that, and you find out dates for that.
That's, we've covered so many things here. And one last thing I'm gonna add to that whole, what is it? You know how you mentioned the belly room? I don't know if this is true, but I heard this shit, right? I heard the reason they call it the belly room, is because it used to be an illegal abortion fucking place.
Yeah, I believe it.
And like some people say people like Bobby Lee, and other people said they've been there pretty late, and they've heard like fucking
The baby crying.
yeah,
and
babies
shit.
crying and shit. Like I
Fuck
heard the
that.
Comedy Store's a pretty fucking wicked place.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's
Yeah.
historic and shit. And
But there's a lot of fucking dirt
Yeah.
in history.
yeah, like when that place was called Zeros and fuck Bugsy's ego owns
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was, there was some shit being done. And the last question before we end up over here, your preference, dabs or weed?
Depends.
I mean, if you had to choose one to go on the island for the rest of your life,
Weed.
there you go, smoke.
'Cause, yeah, don't need a torch.
That's
Well,
true.
torches is what's ruining weed, by the way.
You know what?
You know what I mean? That's when and I was talking to a homeboy in the green room. Torches is what's ruining the
See,
marijuana industry because now it's like now it's really a drug.
no,
Because now it's up there with meth. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you though, man.
You know what I mean?
Just how stoners innovated this whole movement. You have products like the Honey Badger, products like the Puffco Peak that don't require.
I don't give a fuck about what my shit looks like, man.
Yeah,
I
but
just want to
this doesn't require a torch, bro. You can like.
Oh wait, what? Is that your shit?
This is the latest technology, bro.
Is that yours?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yep. You know I would be.
Oh fuck yeah, man! That shit. Well,
Yeah, look,
goddamn, you
I'll
got
show
a
you.
new.
Try it
fucking-
out.
You got a new celebrity fucking dude. I'm Bruce Jingles, and this is it. What's the name of the thing?
This is the Honey Badger. This is
Honey Badger.
Yep. This is an electric nectar collector. So you pretty much it'll heat up in like 5 seconds.
Electric
And you just
nectar
you put
collector.
the shatter in there, and it just heats up, and or whatever you're dabbing.
Oh boy, that's
This is like the pocket one, and then this is like the one you
that's
put.
a
in,
pocket one.
Yep. and This is like the one you put in your cup holder. You click this shit twice. It vibrates once. It vibrates when it's ready to be hit, and all you do is hit it up. See, right now, this is where you would be doing the torch. You'd be going shh.
Oh.
Yeah, but like it's doing it quietly.
It does it itself?
Yeah, we're having a conversation.
Well,
It's
how much is that?
This it retails for about $380. It's not too.
About $380.
But think about it. Like you have life warranty on it.
A lifetime warranty.
Yeah, something.
Wow.
Something fucks up on it. Like you send it back, they send you another one, and it's ready to hit, bro. You just hold it and you just hit it. You just hit it. Just hit it on top, but you're ready to go. And just like that, bro. That's how you fucking.
Damn. I need one of those.
Oh, we're working it out, dog. See, look at that. No torch, low temperature. This is what the fuck technology does, y'all. I think he feels
That's what I need.
Puffco.
That was so fake. And that's, what?
That was so fake. It's like
That's how lazy people have gotten. So you got a self-lighting bomb. Ain't that a bitch? Like, fuck. you know some tweaker is gonna fucking.
I think it's
Some tweaker came up with that shit. You know what I mean? A tweaker came up with that shit. I'm serious. I swear to God. You know some tweaker did. No stoner came up with that shit. That's when tweakers are necessary.
I think
They're the new researchers.
man, I think that aside from it, that is pretty fucking hilarious. You would think a tweaker came up with it, but I think it changes the game up because a lot of people are intimidated with dabs because of the actual torch.
But it's genius.
It's right.
Yeah.
Just think about it. You're driving to Vegas. You don't want the car to smell. You just put a little fucking dab in there. You heat it up on low temperature.
Because the dab, because
Yep.
It's so fucking, complicated. It's
Yeah, you gotta
it's a
wait.
process.
If you're not an experienced professional like dabber and like you do it every day, like and somebody tells you here know how to work it, somebody's
Somebody will fuck up.
Somebody's gonna heat it up, not gonna wait the right temperature. It's gonna turn all like dark. and
Yeah,
it's-
you gotta fucking pull over.
Yeah.
Cop fucking behind you.
Yep.
Shit could happen, burn your shit.
Yep.
You get cop smells of burn shit in your shit and all that shit, all kinds
all
of
that
shit.
shit. But
Yo,
man. So this is. I wanna go ahead and thank you for coming on. What's the last thing you gonna say?
You mentioned heroin and
In the beginning, yeah. You wanna touch on that?
That scares the fuck out of me.
Man.
I don't get. You know what I mean? Have you seen
Yeah.
the effects of heroin?
Yeah, like I'm telling you, when I was talking about like the movie Requiem of a Dream made me feel like I was on heroin, and when I saw
Yeah,
saw the end of like fucking what is it, Martin Wayne's arm or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it just made me. I looked at my arm like fuck, dude.
Marlon lost 50 pounds to play that role, and that's why I think Marlon is. And no disrespect to the Wayans because they're very talented, but I think he's the superstar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He can go dramatic. He can go that. He can go to that dark place.
Like that's a tough thing to do, you know. Like a lot of people try
But
it,
comedians can do it. Like you ever watch Law and Order SVU?
I have not.
It's on NBC. It's been on for 37 years. No, but I love it. And they always have a comedian as the villain, like Bob Saget, or dude, I'm serious. And they go dark. Martin Short plays a pedophile. It goes fucking dark. Robin Williams.
Wow.
It's one of the last things he does. Louis C.K. Brad Garrett's in the 2-part season finale. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Fuck.
It makes me want to watch it.
Dude, it makes me want to get on it, man. I want to be, because it's my favorite show. I have friends that are on the fucking show.
Hey, is Brad Brad's the little dude, right?
No, not Brad Williams. Brad Garrett.
He's
the
the
big
tall
dude.
dude.
Okay.
Raymond.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
okay.
dude. He's the villain.
For a second, I was like, can you imagine a little midget like doing something like?
No, dude, it wouldn't so fucking surprise me.
Yeah, like it's like some heroin addicted midget. He's like, well,
It wouldn't be. He's a sex offender. Keeps looking up bitches' shirts, their skirts and shit. And you know what I mean?
that would be, man, I just.
Or he's a comedian, dude. And watch, they're gonna do that. Or he's a comedian that drugs chicks, so they throw that Cosby spin to it.
Yeah, he's like drugging people and shit. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's like,
There
fuck,
you go,
if you
NBC.
get that role,
I
dog.
just gave you a plot.
Yep.
Make it happen. You're welcome, Brad. You bitch. No, I love him. So, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man. Where can they find you?
At Bruce Jingles, BruceJingles, 420 on Instagram.
420 friendly.
Just very, 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 very 420 friendly. I can't even say it.
And any upcoming shows?
Or Facebook, Bruce Jingles. I got something coming up with Chong.
Damn. Hell yeah.
I'm just waiting for details.
That's right, man. Let's see. Round of applause for you coming on. Make sure you fuck with my homie Bruce Jingles. We're gonna get into this closeout by DJ C-Rock. You know, the resident DJ here at fucking the We Don't Smoke the Same show. Hey! And you can check me out at Flavors by E-Zone on Instagram. FlavorsbyEZone.com is where you can get such stuff like the candles and some of the other merch. Make sure you check that out. The new High and Hungry is up on YouTube, featuring WWF legend, The Godfather, a.k.a.
My main man.
Yup, a.k.a. Papa Shango. We got high and we got hungry and we fucking went to go eat.
Oh yeah, I can now. I can eat.
Oh, we'll work on an episode. We're gonna plan it out.
Let's go get some food right now. I'm fucking hungry.
Yeah, we can do that too, man. But we're gonna go ahead and do it like legit. We can do it high and hungry. But another thing, next week, the Dad Hat song, it'll be dropping by We Don't Smoke the Same, Sheikadelic, and myself. The video is done. You get a preview on that. And you saw me explain the Honey Badger fucking unit to you guys out here. If you guys want anything on their website and you want to go ahead and save yourself some money, like the kit is like $189 as compared to $380 for the Puffco Peak. So if you want to go ahead and try to get the kit, which is like the starter kit, it's like at $189. You put my code EZone15 all together, and you fucking save yourself $30. And you know, you get the fucking kit. You're ready to dab everywhere. You go to the car wash, smoke. You go to Ralph's, smoke. You fucking go to
Get this, people.
You go to fucking Bruce Jingles show. You smoke in the parking lot, or you
This is
go
what you
smoke in
do.
the restroom. You fucking go in there and take a quick hit, and you fucking leave. You know,
Yeah,
you
do
go
it
back.
smart. Hide in plain sight. Just do it out in front of everybody. The motherfuckers that are
They always get caught. The motherfuckers, they want to be loud. Like, yo.
Yeah, just look like you're supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Shit, I pay good goddamn money. I'm a taxpayer.
Yup, straight up. And the one last thing, my solo album is expected to drop the first week of September. So look out for that. Available on all social, Tidal, iTunes, and Spotify.
I'd like to thank my girlfriend for getting me here today.
Hell yeah! And shout out to your girlfriend for getting you here
Laura.
today. What's her name?
And then her name is Laura.
Oh, there you
And
go.
then is that okay?
Hey, there you go. She waved. That's right.
And
All right.
there you go.
Let's get into this quick clip, and we'll be back here on the We Don't Smoke the Same show, and get ready for this closeout.
Okay, later.
BeReal.tv.